Coming up on Lindenwood News, a man armed with a machete robs 2 men on the metro in the Central West End. We've got the scoop.
Plus, 7 new lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs involving a minor. Lawyers say that more than 100 accusers are taking legal action.
And in a cluster of recent fatal car accidents, a man dies on the scene of his accident in Cahokia Heights, Illinois.
Those stories and more ahead on Lindenwood News.
Welcome to this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Gia Buck.
And I'm Emma Hickerson. A person dies in a car crash in Cahokia Heights on Sunday night. 39-year-old David Fain lost control of his Chevy Cruze on the 600th block of Bond Avenue in Cahokia Heights. The St. Clair County Coroner's Office confirmed that Fain died at the scene of the crash. Police say there is an ongoing investigation into the incident. No additional details are known about the accident.
A suspect is facing charges after a 2-year-old is shot in Normandy. Police say that the toddler was shot Sunday morning just after 8:30 on the 4600 block of Sandmark Walk. They say that the child was taken to the hospital and is in serious but stable condition. Authorities say 19-year-old Jeremiah Woods was arrested for the shooting. Woods is charged with endangering children and is still in jail on a $75,000 bond.
Man with a machete approached 2 men Monday afternoon at the metro station near the Central West End. Police say the man demanded they give him their electronics before leaving, both men uninjured. Authorities were able to track one of the cell phones down to the 100th block of Newstead Avenue. Police announced the subject has been arrested and is facing 2 counts of first-degree robbery and 2 counts of armed criminal action.
A woman tries to kidnap a 6-year-old girl in North St. Louis. Police say the attempted kidnapping happened on Camellia Avenue in the Penrose neighborhood last week. Police say 26-year-old Rihanna Bernice Crawford grabbed the child by gunpoint from her family. Authorities say Crawford put tape on both the child's mouth and her hands. Neighbors claim they saw first responders come out of nowhere to arrest Crawford, and Crawford is now facing 8 felony counts, including kidnapping and unlawful possession of a firearm.
Think you're smarter than a Phi Sig? Students face off in a trivia night against the Sisters of Phi Sigma Sigma. Lindenwood News' Tyler Edwards has more on the story.
I'm here on the campus at Lindenwood University, where the big question is being asked, are you smarter than a Phi Sig? This trivia event brings together fun, friendly competition, and a chance to support student engagement on campus. As students get ready, let's head inside and see how the event is kicking off.
Are You Smarter Than a Phi Sig is an event where students are competing for a great cause. The main goal of this event is to help raise money for Title I schools. We had a chance to speak with Jasmine Mueller, who is a part of Phi Sigma Sigma in helping run this event.
So the main goal of the event is to raise money for schools that are in poverty. We directly work with Nola Elementary. They're a Title I school, which is a school that's underfunded. And so all of the money goes towards them. We gain school supplies that goes towards them, and it all just gets donated to them to help out the school, the students, and the teachers. This is our 3rd year doing it. I've just added penny wars and a couple little touches to improve the event a little bit more.
We had a chance to speak with some students about how the event was going.
I first heard about this event from Jasmine Mueller. She's in Phi Sig. She sent me a little infographic to share with everyone in my chapter, and they kind of just promoted it through social media so we could learn more about it.
I got bored in a fraternity, knew some of the brothers were coming, so I just decided, you know what, why not come down and have some fun. It was very fun because, you know, you always get something new with each event, so being able to show up and, see my friends, kind of hear and see everybody around campus, it was kind of good.
As the final trivia questions have been answered, Are You Smarter Than a Phi Sig wraps up another successful year. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Tyler Edwards with Lindenwood News.
Straight ahead on Lindenwood News, old STL mobster dies in prison. We'll tell you how after we come back from the break. A member of St. Louis's organized crime families dies in prison this week. Anthony Leisure was a part of a rivalry between 2 families in the 1980s that led to gang warfare breaking out on Interstate 55. He was arrested in the late 1980s for organizing multiple car bombings. Police say Leisure died in Bonne Terre State Prison of natural causes at the age of 78.
Carjackers lead police on a car chase before crashing into a fence in North St. Louis. Police say a woman reported her car being stolen while getting gas in Lindenwood. She says her brothers were able to track the vehicle but were shot at when tried to approach the carjackers. No one was hurt. Police say the suspect sped away before being seen by police and chased into North St. Louis, where they crashed. The suspects then ran off. Police say they are investigating an incident.
The public library in St. Charles County acts as a community space, but that space needs to be in constant change to better serve its patrons. I had the chance to go see some of the recent changes myself. Here's more on that.
The public library is a community space for people to come, enjoy, and learn. The St. Charles City County Public Library works hard to make sure each of their locations is adapting to better serve their community.
Some major changes will be seen at the Spencer Road branch in St. Charles and the Middendorf-Credell branch in O'Fallon, both of which were temporarily shut down and given new carpeting as well as some changes to their layout. The CEO of the library, Jason Kuhl, says that this has allowed them to move towards a more welcoming desk layout and entryways.
Something that we're doing at all of our locations is really minimizing the big giant desks, right? I mean, that was a model in libraries, decades ago, where you walk in and you see a bunch of people behind a desk and it's really imposing. So we've moved to smaller desks, more single service points.
This will help branches become more patron-oriented and provide more personal service. Another change coming is the library has also developed a new signage system. This will help direct patrons towards usable spaces and resources at any of their locations.
Actually, it's a system that we have planned district-wide, so we will work toward having uniform signage and wayfinding everywhere. So hopefully everything will be easier to navigate. It will be easier for patrons to find where they're going.
One patron, Lindsay West, relies on the public library for educational resources for her 2 homeschooled kids.
We like it because it's got all the toys and fun kid stuff, and we homeschool, so it's a great way to get out and do something different.
For patrons like the West family, making sure the library provides educational resources in an easy and friendly manner is important. St. Charles City County Public Library will continue to adapt to patron needs as they finish renovations on the Middendorf-Credell branch in early 2025 and at the already reopened Spencer Road branch. For Lindenwood News, this is Gia Buck.
Sean Diddy Combs is facing 7 more lawsuits. Records show a new lawsuit against Sean Combs was filed on Sunday. The lawsuit alleges that 2 minors were sexually assaulted at one of Diddy's parties. These incidents are 2 of the 6 now federal trafficking charges that were recently filed. Combs has pleaded not guilty. He has been in jail since his September 16th arrest.
Summer is fighting winter to stay in Missouri. Details on who's winning the battle coming up after break. Welcome to weather. I'm David Kruse. Looking at our map here, the East Coast should be clear and nice. The Midwest will mostly be the same, but stay a little more dry with stable temperatures. Until we get down here to Kansas, where we are going to get some of those Midwest temperature changes going from warm to cold. This should even out, however, as these fronts move to the west. The East Coast will be experiencing a fair amount of rain in the coming days, with the potential of heavy storms and tornado weather around Nevada. Despite it being the end of fall, the temperature wants to hold on to that summer feeling, with St. Charles, St. Louis, and Maryland Heights all getting up to the mid-70s. St. Peter's and O'Fallon will be following suit with the highs of 74. Now, looking at our local forecast, the sun is going to be all out all the way through the week, with some lighter winds coming on Tuesday. We are going to be experiencing that not-so-winter weather during the day with high 70s every day except the weekend, with more modest highs in the 60s. During the nights is when you are really going to feel that winter weather coming, with it getting down to a 46. That's all the weather for now. To Craig with sports.
The LA Rams are facing a lawsuit after attempting to buy their old stadium for only $1. More on this after the break. Welcome to sports. I'm Craig Eddy. The D2 Lindenwood's men's hockey team took part in the Lindenwood Showcase at the Centene Community Ice Center in Maryland Heights. In a 3-game showcase, the D2 hockey team sweeps the competition, giving them a 7-game winning streak in the first match against Weber State. In the first match against Weber State, the Lions came out 6-2, outshooting the Wildcats 42-12. Next up in the game with the University of Iowa, the Lions scored 13-0 without giving the Hawkeyes a chance. Finally, the Lions took on Trine University, winning out 6-0 to finish out the showcase. The St. Louis Sports Authority files a lawsuit after the LA Rams attempt to buy their old Earth City field for $1. The lawsuit aims to stop the action of the 1995 provision that would allow the Rams to buy back the training facility. According to the training center's attorney, the Rams had the right to purchase the lease if the lease was terminated, but it turned out to just be expired. A St. Louis County executive says they cannot allow a $25 million facility to be turned over for $1. The Kansas City Chiefs remain undefeated after beating the 49ers in a Super Bowl rematch. Staying the Football League's only undefeated team this season, the Chiefs beat the 49ers 28-18. During the rematch, the Chiefs had turned an interception into a touchdown after a 33-yard scramble. The 49ers suffered some missing players, with their top 3 receivers either missing the game with a hip injury, a sickness, or getting hurt during the game. That's all for sports. Back to you, Emma.
Windsor High School in Imperial, Missouri is known for its volleyball program. It is beloved sport at the high school. Their fans and supporters are like none you've seen before. I got a chance to visit their school and chat with the team and the coach that is making it all happen. Take a look.
Windsor High School in Imperial, Missouri is known for its volleyball program. It is a beloved sport at this high school. Their fans and supporters are like none you've seen before.
Volleyball is the most popular women's high school sport. It's giving these young athletes leadership, respect, teamwork, and communication skills.
These young athletes can feel how special the Windsor volleyball program is, and can always see the love and confidence that their coaches are constantly giving them.
She is always the most encouraging. Like, even if you mess up or something, she doesn't like wear you down or anything. She always tells you what to fix and everything. So I would say she's just always encouraging and not yelling. The bond that we have is one like I've never had with another team, and I think we all just lift each other up. So that's all we can do.
Head volleyball coach of Windsor High School has just hit 500 wins in her 25th year of her coaching career with the Owls. She is an icon to the Windsor community and loved by current and former players and their families.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I set goals, and they were little at first and then got bigger, and as I achieved them, they got bigger and bigger and bigger, and now it's more than I ever could have hoped for. It wasn't originally, but it was the last couple of years. I thought I would like to do that, and I'm overwhelmed and blessed and so happy to see all my girls, all my babies.
Windsor High School really made sure to show the love and appreciation for the volleyball program and the head coach. With a history of 25 years of coaching here and now 500 wins, the Windsor High School program will be even more important to this school and community. For Lindenwood News, I'm Emma Hickerson.
They are often done with numbers, but there's a new way lotteries are being played now. We're talking lotteries with playing cards. Reporter David Kruse has more on this story.
There are 52 cards in the standard deck of playing cards. There's 4 suits, numbers 1 through 10, and 3 face cards, Jack, Queen, King. But here tonight, at the Knights of Columbus, they really only care about one of these cards.
Queen of Hearts has been around for a long time. And basically what it is a board game involving 54 cards. 52 of those are playing cards. The other 2 cards are jokers.
Playing the Queen of Hearts is very simple. First, you pay to enter the drawing, receiving a PIN number and your first ticket. On this ticket, you put your PIN number and a number 1 through 54 to determine which card you want to flip over. Then, at the time of drawing, a ticket is pulled to see who gets to flip their card.
The winning PIN number is 1041.
If they turn over the Queen of Hearts card, then they get the jackpot. And our jackpot tonight is now up to well over $28,000. And if they're not here, well, they still get the winnings, but only 50%.
For some of the participants, however, they come here for more than just the chance to win.
There's probably a lot of people who are just supporters of the Knights of Columbus, and then this is a fun excuse to get together, and you might win some money and see your friends.
I'm David Kruse for Lindenwood News. Back to you guys in the studio.
The Queen of Hearts card was turned over last Thursday for a jackpot of $30,000. The name of the winner has not been released yet.
That's it for this edition of Lindenwood News. I'm Emma Hickerson.
And I'm Gia Buck. Thanks for joining us.